kick back on this summer breeze. Welcome to Double K's Classroom. Class is officially in session.
The following Four Aces production is for mature audiences only. Listener discretion is highly advised.
Good evening and hello to all y'all out there in Radio Land. My name is Double K and I am here to talk to you a little bit about some fantasy football. And now I know all of y'all, just like me, if you're listening to this episode, um, played some fantasy football, is playing some fantasy football this year. And either your teams are doing really well, which I can say I have a couple teams that are doing really well, or your team is doing really bad. And there's a lot of people out there saying, fuck this season already. And we only, 3 weeks into it. So, do apologize for that. But it's something that happens to me every year. Last year was a complete and utter disaster in every single fantasy league I was in. I believe I came in like fourth or fifth place in my money league on ESPN, the Real Men of Genius, and I did, and I'm doing like and shit. I came in last place in my battle for the Eagle out there with my homeboy Scotty P and all them. Um, but yeah, like it was a battle. And it was just a rough year. Like I did both my drafts just horrible, and wish to God I could have done them better. But at the end of the day, I was able to come back this year and draft pretty solid rosters. Rosters that at this point have me at 2-0 for one of my leagues for the battle for the Eagle. I'm roaring out the gates there, even though I just took a big hit on that one with Antonio Brown going out. He was one of my main guys on my roster there. Sorry. But yeah, he's one of the main guys on my roster there. There we go. But Uh, but yeah, so like I'm trying to get access to my fantasy thing, but the battle for the Eagle lineup is the one I'm most proud of as far as the ones that I drafted myself. Um, because I had a lot of players. I have a lot of players on this squad that a lot of people like laughed at me for picking up. Um, but my starting lineup, like for this week, due to Antonio Brown being released by the New England Patriots, which we'll talk about more on West Coast Bias this Sunday, I had to drop him out of my lineup. He was like at 15 points. I had to replace him with Jarvis Landry playing against that Rams defense. Hopefully, because they'll be so focused on OBJ, it'll leave Landry free to do some things, and I'll be able to get some good points out of him. He'll go over his 8.17 projection. Um, Dak Prescott has done me well, averaging 30 points a game over the past 3 games. I'm averaging 135 points as a team. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, Dak's like averaging like 31 or 32 points a game. And then I got Julio Jones, who put up 25 for me last week. Like I said, Jarvis Landry. I got Nick Chubb. Mr. Chubb is he came in just under his projection at 13. Josh Jacobs, the running back for Oakland, he has a tough task in Minnesota, but he's projected 10 points. If he can nab me those 10, I'll be all good. Vance McDonald did okay or did really well last week against Seattle. I don't know if he'll do that well against San Francisco. I kind of don't want to start him because of the fact that he's playing against San Francisco, and I think I'm starting the San Francisco defense. Um, but yeah, we're changing that last minute. I think I'll go with Chicago over San Francisco there. Yeah, we'll go with Chicago over San Francisco there. But on my bench, I have Tevin Coleman, who's out right now, and AJ Green, who's out right now. Lamar Jackson, as well, is sitting on my bench, and Dante Pettis, as well, who I believe at some point will have a breakout season. But this lineup has gotten me 2 wins so far. It looks like they may be on their way to get me a third, which I would love. Um, and so that's my Yahoo lineup. My ESPN lineup is, let's go here. If any of y'all play Streak for the Cash, I've been playing that for a few years now. Never quite worked out in my favor, but I'm hoping one month it will. All right, so my real man of genius, which is the only one I really am going to talk about, I ended up with Jared Goff as my main quarterback, as my only quarterback. I don't even have a backup for when he goes on bye week, which sucks. I'll find one that week. Josh Jacobs is my primary running back. DeAndre Hopkins as my one of my primary wide receivers. Terrell Williams is the other one. Greg Olson is my tight end. Derrick Henry is my flex. 49ers defense, and then the Phillies kicker. On my bench, I have Calvin Ridley, Damian Williams, Deshaun Jackson, the Panthers defense, and Cleveland's kicker, Austin Siebert. I also have multiple IR slots I have yet to use, but that's my real men of genius. I'm 2-0 there too. I'm in first place in my division. So far I'm doing too well. I got 2 other fantasy leagues that I'm in that are just kind of for shits and giggles fantasy leagues, and I'm 2-0 in one of those and 0-2 in the other one. So yeah, you're 50-50 with how you draft people. That's how it works. All right, so let's move on now to hello, hello. Am I truly live or?